Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now he's off and running. And they've got a throw. Now it's Lewandowski. And it's Bojan. And here's Neymar. Maradona turning out for what will be his 400th appearance. There's a precious little point talking of anyone else here today, Jim.
Well, this couldn't have happened to a better player, Peter. I say big congratulations to him. Someone who's told me on many occasions that his greatest motivation to keep playing is the love of the game. That's what it's all about.
Oh no, this does not look good. He's won him. It's Luis Suarez! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Lewandowski. Balde picks it up out wide. Bojan. And Neymar.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. He's in plenty of space here. Keeper's dealt with that. Showing good feet.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Stood up well to him there. Oh, nicely intercepted. That has not gone well. Bellingham. And it's Maradona.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Can he finish? Yes, it's there! A goal beyond special, however it came. 400 not out.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Spread neatly. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Ferran Torres in acres of space out wide.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Can he get away here? No way through, so back it comes. Looking for options for movement. Casado. Casado. Lewandowski. Casillas can pick that up. Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Gets a good foot in there. Bellingham. Now it's Lewandowski. And he was quick to react. And that's put paid to a promising move. Casado. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Rafinha really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Roberto Carlos pokes it out wide. Bellingham. And it's Belletti. Belletti. He's had it taken off him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Tries a shot! Goal! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
That's going in strongly.
And the first half is done. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. That gets things going for the second half. Rafinha. Bellingham. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Barcelona applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Suarez goes steaming forward. He's shifting through the gears here. Messi could try cutting inside here. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Neymar. Bellingham. Maradona delivering the goods as expected.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Bellingham. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's picked his way through. That shapes to shoot! Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
And this the perfect opportunity to create a great chance! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Look, they don't come much better in terms of ball striking. It deserved a better result than that.
Decent hit! He's got a goal! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe! And it has to be said, an absolute gift. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Rafinha! And more, and more, and more! And they are pulling clear here.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about.
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. The action has already started. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Raúl.
Well, he's a little fella, Ludovic Giuly, but he is one of those, Jim, appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. For me, the perfect go-between player in that final third who links up midfield and attack. One of those nightmare scenarios for defenders not wanting to follow him into deeper space.
Because he's just so bright, so intelligent.
Yeah, well, usually he's looking to drag them out of position, and he's so good with his technical ability and vision that all of a sudden they've got a big problem.
You want him in your team.
Jimenez gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Neymar with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, perfectly measured that. Now it's Lewandowski.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Tchouaméni. Back they go.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Vinicius Junior really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Madrol.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Forlan. Quarter of an hour played. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fermin. Oh, that is shot a goal! And he's found the net! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. Great chance! It's in! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So that's two now without reply.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Neymar. Forlan, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Fermin. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Davids. He's looking to set free a runner. He is through here. Eto'o! He's done very well to get to that.
Eto'o really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And the finish! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Koundé gets it clear. Lewandowski has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now, as long as he keeps working for his...
Diving header! And that's another good win of the ball. Yamal, foot in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Yamal is fouled. Neymar. That is a great pick out. Eto'o providing an outlet on that flank. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Vinicius Junior in acres of space out wide. Now he's off and running. And it's Eto'o.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Koundé.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Neymar. Yamal. That That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Koundé. Oh no, what has happened here? And the half-time whistle goes. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 14.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. And Koundé. Vinicius Junior. Neymar. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Eto'o. Shifted it to the flank. Now it's Eto'o. Chance to shoot now. It's full on! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El
Ah,
dorsal
now some
15.
movement on the bench, and we are going to see a
El
change.
dorsal 19. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 10, el dorsal 16, Sergio Busquets.
Balde. Koundé. And Juli. Koundé. Juli. Pedri. Juli has created one goal already. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Decent hit! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Tchouaméni is offering a right smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. Pedri! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And here's Lewandowski. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Oh, good ball! Davids tries to clear. So, third corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 96.628 espectadores.
No way through there. And there's green grass ahead of him. Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So their fourth corner of the game. And that could well leave a mark. And it's Rudiger. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Neymar. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
There's the shot! second goal.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Yamal gets across to intercept that. Works it forward. Now it's Neymar. Might be danger here.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Koundé. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Lewandowski. Julie. Shapes to shoot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Oh, and a real chance to pile on the pressure, and he'll be desperate to get another.
Nicked it back promptly. Lewandowski. Tchouaméni.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
It's a mighty effort! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. I think we're just about done here. Cleared without hesitation. Looking tidy in possession here. And he's only too happy to take that back.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Goalkeeper's ball. 4 added minutes on the board. Oh, taken with style. And with that goal comes comfort. Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
I think in Ludovic Giuly, you have a player who's a bit of an unsung hero, a very fine player in his own right, Peter, but always someone I see as the perfect foil to a goal scorer.
Team player, it's not about him, is it?
Yeah, he's the clever one that really plays as a second striker more often than not, and he makes it happen.
Tchouaméni, Balde, Bellingham. Now it's Lewandowski. Fermin. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that is out of play. Tchouaméni. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. And it's Rudiger. Rudiger. Eto'o puts his foot on the gas. Oh, played through for the wide man. Tchouaméni cuts it out.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Balde.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And Koundé, Giuly, Bellingham. And Fermin. Nice sequence of passes, this. Balde is charging up on the overlap. And here's Ferran Torres. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Fermin. Here's Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Interesting ball. Bellingham. And here's Ferran Torres.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Bellingham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Eto'o. Unai Simon is there to take. Koundé. It's Bellingham. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Bellingham. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Balde. Rudiger. Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Koundé. Bellingham. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Ferran Torres. And claimed it back swiftly. And shifted it to the flank. Looking for the run. Balde puts a cross in. Courtois with the clearance, and that has left him in a heap. Oh, strongly challenged there. Gives it back.
from Courtois.
Bellingham. Tchouaméni does really well there, he is strong. Ferran Torres touches it back. Tchouaméni. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always...
Terrific header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper. Level. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. So there was the first half.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So off we go once more.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Koundé and Jimenez. And Balde. It's Bellingham. Fermin. Tchouaméni. It's Bellingham. Fermin. And the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. And it's Jimenez. Oh, what a climb! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Neymar. Giroud being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Koundé. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Balde. Rudiger. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And Koundé.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Rudiger. Bellingham. Bellingham proves just a little bit too strong. And here's Ferran Torres. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's intervened well there. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Tchouaméni. Fermin. Here's Tchouaméni. Turns back here, probably the best option. Jimenez. And it's Rudiger. And Koundé. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos charging forward down that flank. Bellingham getting this one clear. That's really well cleared. Tchouaméni played towards the other side. Balde. Half an hour gone in the second half. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Lewandowski. That is good alertness.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Neymar tries to get it clear.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And here's Lewandowski.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
No, that's been intercepted. And he's in on goal. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Eto'o. Now it's Eto'o. And the shot! That's another chance. Oh, it's in! Save the best for last! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Barcelona take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to...
It's Lewandowski! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Keeper's dealt with that. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Your reflections then, Jim?
It's a poor result. They offered very little goal threat, and it's the kind of unproductive performance that can drain confidence pretty quickly. At the business end, they just can't close a deal.
And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
And already we're underway here.
I think in Ludovic Giuly, you have a player who's a bit of an unsung hero, a very fine player in his own right, Peter, but always someone I see as the perfect foil to a goal scorer.
Team player, it's not about him, is it?
Yeah, he's the clever one that really plays as a second striker more often than not, and he makes it happen.
Bellingham. Oh, this looks sharp. Koundé deals with that comfortably. Giuly.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
It's a huge moment for the game and a shocking moment for him personally, but it happened at the best possible time. This is recoverable.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Pedri. It's a really well-measured ball. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That has not gone well. So just the one early goal to report so far.
And the score is 1-0.
Gavi. Pedri. Vinicius Junior.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
That has been knocked clear.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right... Gavi! It's another own goal. That is crazy.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Balde. Koundé. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Neymar in acres of space out wide. He's got the shot away! It's a goal!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Lewandowski. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Bale. Oh, that's fabulous. And the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Araujo gets over and intercepts. Bellingham. Araujo. Rudiger calmly anticipates. Balde. Now Casado.
Rudiger. Julie is onto it in a flash. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Julie, Lewandowski, Figo, Bale, and it's Bale. Bellingham, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Casado, Lewandowski, played out towards the right wing.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Oh, that's neat.
It's Pedri. Casado. And Balde. Gavi.
Habrá
Bellingham.
un minuto de descuento.
Figo. Jimenez cuts it out. Pedri. And the whistle goes for half-time. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So we're just... Oh, what a mistake! Bellingham! They've done it! They have come roaring back!
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
This has become one superb game of football.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Figo. Oh, that's a key interception. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, sweet feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Pedri, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Pedri running with the ball. Figo does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Bellingham. Now it's Neymar. Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Vinicius Junior. Casado. It's Pedri. Now it's Lewandowski.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Gavi. Shot a goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Opts to play it back. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That needed to end with efficiency and incision, and we got neither.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bellingham. Now it's Neymar. Madrid looking to pass their way through.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And here's Lewandowski. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Neymar. He has found the way through. Great hit! Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Can they find an extra gear here? Tchouaméni takes control of it and he's on the move. Julie. Oh, good spread. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 22 será reemplazado por el dorsal 7.
And we have our very first corner. And the shot! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! Ferran Torres duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And it's Eto'o. And here's Ronaldinho. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Fermin, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's definitely not his best. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's gone backward here. He's tried one! They've got to be quick to recover this. Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. How would you summarise what we've seen? Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Has a go! And he has kept it out somehow.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Cleared without hesitation. Crystal Palace have the chance to go the other way. Perez. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love it.
Great hit! Has another go! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Son Heung-min duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Crystal Palace finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Son Heung-min. He's found a way through. Son Heung-min! No way through. Salah.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Saliba. Crystal Palace are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, that's well spotted. McAllister. This might spell danger. And they're back on the ball again. Robertson. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
De Bruyne. Alexander-Arnold. To McAllister. And it's De Bruyne. And it's Perez. Lobbed in behind.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Showing good feet. Now it's Perez. Oh, important interception. McAllister. Is there any support? He might not need it. Havertz! That had everyone off their seats.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Corner number 2, then. Terrific header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Tonali. And Alexander-Arnold. Salah to McAllister.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Now the finish! And now a sudden chance to count. Has a shot!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Crystal Palace have their second corner now. That's going to go a long way. That's the throw.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Played into space out wide. Mohamed Salah. Can he put it away? That was superb goalkeeping.
Gerrard is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 3 coming up. Keeper has taken decisive action. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Deftly away. Clips it so gently. Gerrard. Alexander-Arnold deals with that comfortably. De Bruyne. McAllister. Robertson. And it's Van Dijk. It's a really well-measured ball. And the whistle goes for half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage, be brave, and...
Hits one! Corner number 4 coming up here. Oh, smashing header! And it's Gerrard. And that should get the job done. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And he's taking no chances there. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Manchester United with another corner. Beckham, the regular corner taker. Big header! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring.
And a header! And he's found the net!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Crystal Palace get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Vieira.
It's Son Heung-min!
For this match was
And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. He gets big! Decent enough try.
Van Dijk certainly could have and should have made more of that. It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Salah. Alexander-Arnold. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Vieira. Tomiyasu. And it's Son Heung-min. Can he latch on to this? Vieira is there and he can pick it up. Havertz wins the duel this time. Pires. Robertson has created 1 goal already. And here's Havertz.
Havertz really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Beckham really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Oh, right place, right time. Crystal Palace can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And it's Salah. He's through here. Chance! Sticks it away!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Substitution on the field. Number 29, Kai Havertz.
So, time
Number
for changes
17,
on both sides,
De Bruyne.
actually.
Number
Manchester
9,
United go 2 up
Perez.
and into a position of
Number
real
15,
strength.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
on the field.
Gives it
Number
back.
11,
Really got in his face there,
Torres.
and it was well
Number
played.
4, Alvarez.
And here's Alvarez.
Number 10, Luis Diaz.
Yeah, this kind of
Number
bold
20,
running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Number 18,
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He's gone for goal! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, it's so very disappointing, but they can't dwell on it. They've got to go again. Simple as.
Crystal Palace have their 3rd corner. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Now it's Owen. Oh, good ball, and this looks promising. He looked really lively there, absolutely fizzed one at goal. Five minutes left on the clock. Tonali. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Gerrard. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's chosen to go back.
Just too much pressure, had to go that way.
Gerrard. Tomiyasu cuts it out. Torres.
4 added minutes
There will
has
be
been
4
indicated.
extra minutes. Tomiyasu. Van Dijk.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Up he goes! He's missed, but not by that far.
That's a little unfortunate.
That's the end. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who... Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. We have already started here. Cantona puts his foot on the gas. Lovely ball, and the finish!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Mohamed Salah.
Mohamed Salah really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, there is the unmistakable figure of the charismatic Eric Cantona. Poet, philosopher, player extraordinaire. Perhaps one of the most compelling characters ever to grace a football field.
Yeah, and don't forget, an inspirational leader too, who always rose to the occasion. And he'll have a busy game being both the team's engine and leading the attack.
Never to be forgotten. Robertson. Driving on and making good progress. Saliba spots it and intercepts. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Perez. Ederson catches it safely. Fernando Torres. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Perez. And here's Torres. Now it's De Bruyne. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Crystal Palace yet to have an attempt on goal. De Bruyne. Now it's Adama Traore. Manchester United applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days.
Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Tonali.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That looks a cracking ball. Can he put it away? Now, and it's come back out to him. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Decent hit! Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Little pass back.
Well, he just didn't have any...
And a header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Adama Traore! In he goes again! There it is! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Yeah, there's the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Terrific header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Park Ji-sung. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Saliba. And Robertson. Romero. Robertson. Havertz. And here's Torres. Adama Traore tries a shot! Goal! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Crystal Palace get themselves into the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Pass somewhat off target. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Mohamed Salah. Oh, super ball. De Bruyne. And it's Adama Traore. And that should get the job done. And this could be the final action of the first half. Robertson. And we've reached half-time. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we're off again. And it's Perez.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's a decent clearance. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Torres. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. To Havertz. Saliba. And they've switched it over to the other side. Alexander-Arnold did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He can run onto that. Cantona. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's there to get it away. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, smashing header! Good delivery, but no joy.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Robertson. And it's Perez. Now Tonali. De Bruyne. And it's De Bruyne. Perez. Cantona. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Defending of the desperate variety. Corner number 2 then. He rises! He can get that clear. So we've reached the hour mark.
This match was
Adama Traore going face-to-face with his great rival, Bernardo Silva.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Robertson. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. De Bruyne. Van Dijk. Park Ji-sung, and he was quick to react. And it's De Bruyne. Adama Traore gets into a good position. Crystal Palace have their third corner. Adams getting this one clear.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach.
Big header! He will be livid with himself. Pires. And it's Adama Traore. Great ball if he can get there. Van Dijk deals with that comfortably. Alexander-Arnold. He could be in here. He's found a way through.
This is what good chemistry is.
He gets big, and the keeper couldn't hold it. And that could have brought them level.
I can't hide away from how important that was.
Number 29, Kai Havertz. Number 6, coming on the field, number 15, McAllister. Number 13, Mohamed Salah.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, I suppose, Peter, in a tight game like this is as good a time as any to make a change.
Tonali. Robertson. It's a sweet ball, that. Nicely worked.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bernardo Silva. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that's a key interception. Vieira. It's Bernardo Silva. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Passes short and sharp. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Gabriel. Crystal Palace, moments now away from seeing this one out. Well, played right into his path. He has found the way through. Vieira clears it away.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And he's let fly. 2 minutes to be added on. York. And he welcomes it in. Park Ji-sung. And that's that. 2 minutes to be added on. 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 2 minutes to be added on
I'm afraid
Crystal
to tell you
Palace
that we're
have
expecting
done
traffic to be
it.
heavy
The
after
perfect
final
outcome.
whistle.